Welcome to Tokyo. Japan's capital is full of energy, amazing food, and incredible culture. Every corner we turned had something new to discover, whether it was a tiny ramen shop, a busy street, or a peaceful temple. We're Gokche and Steve, a couple traveling the world and sharing our adventures along the way. We finally made it to Japan, and we're excited to experience as many incredible spots as possible during our very first time in Tokyo.
Welcome to Japan. We have finally made it. We're so excited about that. It's been on our bucket list for a while. And of course, we're starting out here in the big city of Tokyo, and we're specifically starting here in the Shinjuku neighborhood. Each of these neighborhoods are like big cities themselves. This city is massive. And we are right now in Shinjuku Chuo Park. We're going to explore the parks another time. There's this one and another bigger one that's actually really great for cherry blossoms if you're here in March and April. But of course, first, we're a little bit hungry, so gonna go grab some food and try out local Japanese breakfast for the first time. Japanese breakfast is very commonly just rice and miso soup, and we found this spot called Shinpachi Shokudo, and they're known for doing a lot of fish dishes alongside that miso soup and rice, so we're really excited because we love fish. Let's get in there and check it out.
Everybody's so quiet, so we're gonna stick to that. It's really good.
It really is char grilled so well. It's like crispy on the outside, nice and soft on the inside. It's delicious.
Okay, so it was our very first Japanese breakfast experience and it was amazing. The fish was so good. I'm a huge fan of salmon anyways, and miso soup. I actually eat a lot of miso soup on a regular basis, I would say. But the thing is, we couldn't really eat it loudly inside because everybody was so quietly eating and we didn't want to disrespect them. It was such an amazing environment. The restaurant is such an amazing spot, but of course, we didn't know how to find it, and it was really hard for us to go through the Google Maps, and then we finally find the Google Maps picture, and then, all right, this is the place, let's go in.
So one of the really first things that caught our eye about Tokyo is the fact that everything is just built up. You have giant skyscrapers with just floors and floors of restaurants, places to meet up with, dance places, and one of the things that caught our eye about this specific building, of course, is the fact that there's a Turkish restaurant in it. Of course, Gokche caught the Turkish flag out of the corner of her eyes. We wandered over here and we're like, why is there a Turkish flag in the middle of the street here in Tokyo? Well, now we know why.
It's so interesting to see these vending machines finally in person. I've heard a lot about them, but I never expected this much of a variety, especially in the middle of the park, that you can find so many of them around as well. And what's also interesting is they're the same brands that you might see across the world, but they are packaged very differently here in Japan.
We've come to the Tokyo Metropolitan government building that's actually right near our hotel in Shinjuku. And the great thing about this spot is it actually has a free observatory at the top on the 45th floor. And that's where we are right now. And you basically have panoramic views of most of the city of Tokyo, which is incredible. Like, you can even on a good day see Mount Fuji off in the distance. It's a little too hazy right now to quite see Fuji, but you can make out the outlines of some of the mountains surrounding it. And of course, see all the amazing sights from here of all of Tokyo. I believe some of the other observatories in the area you have to pay to go onto, so it's really cool that this is here and free on the 45th floor of the Tokyo Metropolitan building. Pretty great find. So the observatory is a really cool spot, and there's even a piano up there for everybody to just come and sit down. Not me, I'm terrible at piano, so I passed on that, but there were some really good piano players up there, but there's plenty of other opportunities to drink and be more with locals here in the Shinjuku area. So we're gonna go check some more of those spots out right now. We just stuck to buying some souvenirs up there for the family.
So cool that each train platform is actually completely closed, and every time a train comes, the doors are opening accordingly. So this is definitely doable, New York. You gotta get it together.
So we've learned very quickly the best way to get around Tokyo is by subway. So doing just that, it is a little bit daunting at first because all of the signs are in Japanese. Thankfully, Google is helping out and getting the translations, and they make announcements in English on the trains. So we got ourselves a 72-hour pass, and that's gonna help us get around Tokyo much quicker.
And of course, it's much much cleaner New York. Sorry, I keep getting back to you. But how do we have internet in Japan is, of course, thanks to our Google Fi forms. If you wanna sign up for Google Fi, click below.
So we have made it to Kabukicho, which is the red light district of Tokyo. Not quite the same as Amsterdam, of course, but it has a ton of stuff to do and see here. Bars, amazing ramen. Shinjuku is known for amazing ramen. So we're actually gonna eat some amazing ramen right around the corner from here in a kind of unique setup. We're so used to eating everywhere else where eating is kind of like a big group activity. Here in Japan, it's a very, very personal activity. You get these setups like this that we've seen actually now for breakfast and dinner today in Shinjuku, and it's really unique and we're enjoying it, but it's definitely taking a little bit of time to get used to.
It's so delicious, but I'm glad we made it here. It's a very interesting concept and we really like it. We try to be quiet because nobody's talking. Eating is a very individual thing here and people sit so quiet, so I'm just gonna... Okay, thank you.
Of course, Goshi had to get a matcha dessert.
Matcha pudding. It's actually very light. It's not super sugary or sweet. It's my type of dessert. I don't know if it would be considered a dessert in the United States because of the little amount of sugar in it. Really glad that Steve found out about this place. The ramen was phenomenal. It is probably one of the best ones I've ever had. Now we're so excited to walk around and explore this area. It's so lively, it's loud music everywhere and the lights are, you know, blinking everywhere. It's quite an interesting scene. This area actually reminds me of Istanbul because there's a lot of restaurants, it's so lively and there are a lot of really nice hidden spots, just like in Istanbul. And so many people, lights, loudness, I like it, it's so lively.
So this little spot near the train tracks is called Omoide Yokocho, and it is a narrow little strip of restaurants all lined up near each other doing barbecues, barbecue and beers. So you could hop on in there and get some delicious food. We're still trying to walk off after ramen, so we might just try to find a spot that we could just have a drink. Hopefully there's some place in there for that. All right, so a little bit early, but we're gonna wrap up our night here in Shinjuku in the best way possible in the Golden Gai area. And that is basically their little bar street. There's really, really tiny, cool looking bars. Some of them have cover charges, some of them don't. So just pick and choose. We found one right on the outskirt of Golden Gai that is looking pretty cool and it doesn't have a cover charge. So that was a winner for us. Had a couple of drinks and that is gonna be it for our first night in Tokyo. Shinjuku was amazing. Can't wait to see more neighborhoods, but we're still trying to beat jet lag, so gotta go nap it off, wake up strong tomorrow morning. Bye. Good morning and welcome to day 2. We're here in the Shibuya neighborhood of Tokyo and we're really excited about that because, well, for one, it's got that super famous crosswalk that, honestly, if you've been to Tokyo and you haven't been to the crosswalk, have you really been to Tokyo? So we're gonna go check that out, but first and foremost, I had my ramen yesterday for dinner. Today, Dokche has said she wants meat. So we're here in the Shibuya neighborhood. We're gonna start off getting some teppanyaki. We're gonna head upstairs right into this building right behind us right now and start off our day with some delicious, delicious Japanese meat.
Wow, the meatball and the cheese together and the sauce that he put, it's just so good. It's so delicious. I love how it tastes and I love how it looks. Whatever you do, do it with love, they say. Phenomenal. I love the whole presentation, the way that they are cooking, the way that they are serving, and the taste of on top of that, and their hospitality and politeness. It's just like you already want to just come back here just for the people of Japan and their food. I haven't seen the whole country yet, but I can come back just for the people and the food, I can tell that. Trying my first piece, he suggested to put salt, pepper, and also garlic on it. And the dips are just for tasting. So gonna try because Steve's dying to eat and he can't wait anymore. So good. It's so juicy. The meat is perfect, just like how they like it, medium rare. It's an amazing meat. I was craving for some meat for the longest, and I was excited to have it yesterday, but we did what Steve wanted, ramen. I'm not disappointed though, this is so much better. I love ramen though. I love that chestnut is a big culture in Japan because it's a big culture in Turkey as well. And I heard in Korea too, so it's really nice to find those similarities in the Asian cultures. Well, Turkey's on the Asian continent, that's what I said that. Really good. Chestnut, with chestnut you can never fail anyways, and I really like the sauce, the chestnut sauce underneath, that they're mixed together. I'm sure Steve's gonna like it as well, but I feel like each and every piece of this is going to be an entirely different experience, so I don't want it to bother you. It's worth eating and enjoying this beautiful dessert. Hopefully you'll enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, this was an amazing experience, probably one of the most fanciest food we ever had ever since we've been together, so I'll never forget that. But we came here for lunch, so that's why the prices were a little bit more friendly for us, at least for our budget. If you come for the dinner time, it might be almost double, but definitely worth it. Come over here. Now we're gonna go explore this beautiful neighborhood, Shibuya, and burn it off because we had a lot of food, so let's go.
We made it to Shibuya Crossing and you can actually see it happening right behind us right now. The entire streets stopped to car traffic and everybody just kind of crosses all at once from different directions. It's pretty wild to experience for the first time in person, but we're gonna try to do it ourselves on the next flight, I think, and see what happens. Hope for the best. A little bit of a real life game of Frogger, it seems like, if I'm being honest, but it's really cool. So we made it in time inside just as the rain started up here again in Tokyo. We're gonna check out some of the cool malls and shopping places that Shibuya has to offer they're pretty well known for. We're starting out here in Shibuya 109, which is a tall vertical mall here in the Shibuya area that's really well known for Japanese style women's clothing and older girls clothing. So maybe we'll hop in and see if Kabukicho can find something for herself.
I'm immediately discouraged to buy anything because everything is so tiny. These people are so skinny, and honestly, it's going to be a challenge to find something to fit. So we'll see, but still will be happy because if I can't find clothes, he's not wasting time. Adventures, and I wanted to try this really nice set of shirt and like cover thing, and it was very interesting because never ever in any countries that we visited so far where I had to take off my shoes in the changing room, so that was very unique experience, and I can't wait to share it with my mom because she will love this idea, I'm sure.
So Kabukicho wasn't so lucky in Shibuya 109, couldn't really find anything for her, but that's okay because we're gonna pivot and try to find some souvenirs in this store directly behind me. It's called Don Quijote. Mega Donkey is kind of how it's also known here in Japan. It is a huge store. This one's 7 floors and has pretty much everything you could ever think of. We're gonna hop inside, try to do some souvenir shopping and see what else they have to offer. Pretty excited, it's our first time checking it out.
Everything is so crazy loud and attention grabbing here. It feels like Times Square in every aisle where there are a bunch of screens and like so much going on at the same time. It's so hard to focus on one thing, and everything, like all the marketing, they want to just get your attention. It's insane. I've never seen anything like this before.
All right, so we did a lot of shopping here on this special street in Shibuya. It's called Center Guy Street, and it's home to over 200 restaurants, retail outlets, and a whole host of other things. More importantly, it becomes a bit of a bar street at night, so we're gonna actually start checking that out because we are done with shopping for the day, and we're gonna try to get a little bit of a drink before we wrap up things with a interesting dinner that we missed out on last night.
I'm drinking my cold sake, and the gentleman here, he suggested that this is not sweet, which is great because I don't like sweet drinks, and it tastes really good. I like it a lot. Thank you for the suggestion. And we're snacking on some edamame. I've never thought that we will be having edamame at a bar, so it's really cool that we're having some edamame and drinking sake. as we're doing our happy hour before our dinner.
This is actually a Monjayaki place, not an izakaya place, but the line here was super packed, and it's right at the beginning of Omoide Yokocho, and it like is jam-packed with locals and tourists alike. So we were really happy to come here. Excited to check out Monjayaki for the first time. There's the same style of like noodle pancake type of dish from Hiroshima, but it's from a different part of Japan. So really excited to give it a try. Had no idea about it coming in, but we're hungry. Hey, Dope, your octopus is still alive.
I thought it was alive for a second. It was moving too much. Gotta try. It smells amazing, and I don't want to make you wait any longer for this amazing taste. Definitely an interesting touch with soy sauce and butter melted together. I usually eat octopus with olive oil and lemon juice, so this is definitely a different taste for me. I really like it. Oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to hold this. This is cabbage, so it's definitely acquired taste. There's a lot of sauce going on in the veggies. This is really good. I can't wait to get the rice. I feel like with the rice it's going to taste even better altogether. I like it a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on here with the cabbages, with the sauce, and a lot of seafood. We chose to have seafood tonight. This is more like usual taste buds, and I really like it a lot. The garlic sauce and the seafood with the fried rice is such a great mix together. I love it.
Okay, like Okjay said, inside, definitely an acquired taste. It hasn't been our favorite meal here in Japan, but it was still pretty good. We cannot wait to go around more of Tokyo though and explore more of this amazing, massive city. We will pick it up for you on day 3 of our tour of Tokyo. See you tomorrow. Good morning. We've switched things up here in Tokyo for day 3. We're starting over on the Tokyo Bay side, and this neighborhood is Asakusa. It's kind of Tokyo's old cultural center. As you can see, some of the older houses here. This neighborhood has existed pre-war, and it still exists today. Now it's a lot of shops and stuff like that, and there's also one of the oldest, if not the oldest, temples in all of Japan.
All right, we just passed through a popular Nakamise Dori street. There are around 100 shops all around, and you can find restaurants, cafes, souvenirs, gifts. If you have any gift ideas, you should come here for shopping as well. And the road leads you to the oldest temple in Japan, and we just visited. It's so crowded. Today is a Saturday, so it's our bad to come here on this day, but we're so glad we made it. We got to see with our eyes. It's so beautiful. Now I'm gonna try kimono, and still trying to convince Steve to try one as well, but we shall see. This place, Asakusa, is actually also very well known with art and theater. Actually, this was a hub for a lot of art events. To this day, there are still festivals held here as well. So it's a really important place for education and art. So it's really cool to see.
After exploring the older parts of Tokyo and seeing all the beautiful temples that it has to offer, we are now exploring the Toyoso neighborhood in the Tokyo Bay area. It's beautiful so far, but we're gonna head indoors because it's nice and hot outside, and there's a super interesting art exhibit in this neighborhood that we're gonna check out. Yes, Austin art, different, but it's one of the can't miss spots here in Tokyo, so we thought we'd give it a try, and we're gonna head inside and stay cool. Experience, it definitely hits your 3 big senses. No tasting or smelling exhibits, of course, but really enjoyed the water exhibits. The garden ones left a little bit to be desired, to be completely honest, but again, those water exhibits were so unique, and it's something that we kind of, you see obviously the advertisements on Instagram and everything everywhere else, but to actually experience it in person, honestly, it exceeded my expectations, which I didn't really expect coming in. So really excited we came and checked this out, and we definitely recommend you doing so too. Definitely make a reservation in advance.
For the garden exhibits especially, probably try to come either sunrise or sunset. It's a little hot right now to see it in the middle of the afternoon.
It was an amazing experience, touching almost all your senses, and once you enter, it's just everything is amplified, mirrors, colors, and everything. It was just so phenomenal, of course. That's why this place is so popular, but you're going through a lot of water, so be aware of wearing shorts or something, you know, that's not gonna get wet later on. But yeah, we highly recommend this experience, but now we're gonna keep going and explore the rest of Tokyo before we're leaving, sadly.
So we really wanted to make our way over to Tsukiji Fish Market, which is the largest fish market in the entire world that's still in existence. Fortunately, we didn't account for the fact that some things are closed on Sundays. It being our last day in Tokyo, that's kind of really unfortunate, but that is actually over in the area that we were in, but not too far from TeamLab's planets. Could have taken a quick subway ride over, not to be. However, we made it back to our hotel area in the Shio Dome area. There's this awesome clock right behind us. It's called the Ghibli Giant Clock. It was designed by the Ghibli Studios, and it's designed specifically by its world famous director. Not going to butcher his name, but basically every day, 4 times a day at noon, 3, 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. they have a show. So hopefully we'll get to see that before we head out of Tokyo and on to our next destination. Gonna wrap things up though with hopefully watching this show, and we will see you at our next stop in Japan, because that's all the time we have left for Tokyo. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and we'll see you next time. Good morning and welcome to Osaka, Japan, and we are super excited to be in this city because it is known as Japan's food central. Thank you. Arigato.
What did we order, Steve?
We ordered one of the scallops and then one of the oysters. We will see you in the morning. They've given us some great tips on what to do else in Osaka. So, good night. Good night.
Amazing good night.
Yeah.